Well, hi, Penny. Hi, how's your summer?
It's been great.
School's starting soon.
No,
So, talk to me a little bit about what you have planned for your classes this year and what concerns do you have going into a brand new school year?
Okay, well, I'm really excited. Last year was my first year back in second grade, and so I love second grade and have a lot of great ideas for this year. But my concern would be that, we're required to do guided reading groups. And while I'm doing guided reading groups, I have students at different stations, and they work in groups of 2 or 3, and they're working on different activities. And one thing I've noticed is that they sometimes at this age they need my help, and they're not as independent. And so when they need me, that takes away from my guided reading time. And I only have about 20 minutes with each group. So that can be frustrating because I really need that time to focus on those students.
Well, it's obvious that you have a specific goal in mind for what you want this to look like. And knowing how much you care about trying new things and putting different strategies out there and seeing what works, what is it that you have found that is particularly effective at keeping students engaged while you're working with a small group?
Well, this past year, I have one station that's the listening station, and it's the typical where we would put in a CD and they would listen, and follow along in the book. And, it was okay. If the book caught their attention, they were involved, but if not, they were just kind of, so I decided to try a program that we have on our campus. It's called BookFlix. It's a website. And so what I did is I took our iPads. We got iPads this year, and I connected, where they could listen to 3 different, 2 or 3 at a time. And they would go to BookFlix, and it's really cool because it reads the text to them, it highlights it, and it even is animated. Like they have, like the characters are acting out the story, a cartoon, it's like the story comes alive. So they get really involved. They love it. They want to read more. And if there's time, there's even a nonfiction book that pairs with it. So they could even do that as an extension. So that's been successful. They've liked it.
So whenever you're sitting with your group and you're seeing them engaged there with the iPads, how does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, I know they're focused, and I can, put my attention on my group at the table.
So I think it would be a good plan to try to use the BookFlix website and to have iPads whenever you possibly can.
Yes, definitely.
So are there any other behaviors while the students are at the listening station that are causing you concern?
Well, it's funny you bring that up because actually, even though this has been successful, there has been an issue with it. I tried to, have everything prepared. So I have the site up on the iPad, and it's already selected the story, and it's ready to go. And I tell the class over and over at the beginning, do not go off this page. Well, sure enough, while I'm at the guided reading table, someone will come up to me. The last group logged off, and I don't know how to get on. And once again, I'm having to take time away from my group and having to focus my attention on them, get them back on, and find everything. And then, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, and that's taking away from your goal of making the most out of that time with your students.
Exactly.
Is there somebody on campus who has experience with the iPads who uses them often who might be able to help you?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about that before, but we have our instructional person on campus, Miss Crane. She's always willing to help, and I'm sure there's some way to do that. I mean, I'm sure there's something where I could fix it where the students could just click on it, and I just hadn't figured it out. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, that sounds like a great resource. So once you've had an opportunity to talk to Miss Crane, come and let me know what you come up with and how you're going to solve that.
Okay, I will.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about today?
Well, there is one other station, the poetry station.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that.